All right, for today's Orange to Blue Belt class, we're going to be doing a few things. We're going to be covering our final discussion this month on sportsmanship. We're going to work a little bit on some of our self-defense and then some of our striking skills. So let's get started with some warm-ups and we'll jump into class right after that. All right, now that we're ready to start class, we're going to get going with our warm-up. Right, warm-ups are super important to keep our body healthy, loosen up our muscles, loosen up our joints, get them ready to move without, injuring ourselves, right? So we're going to be doing 4 moves. Each one is 30 seconds, so pretty straightforward. We're going to start off with some jumping jacks. Ready, set, go. Right? So you do your jumping jacks, right? Make sure you're getting your hands up nice and high. Loosen up your shoulders, not just your feet. Elevate your heart rate a little bit. Get breathing, get moving. Right? Just keep going. Right? You go at your own speed. If you're ready to go faster, because you've already been active today, great. If you need to go a little bit slower, right? There's some modifications you can do for this. Right? Jumping jacks aren't the best for you, but that's okay. We're going to move on to the next thing. We're going to do some push-ups, right? And a few different ways to do push-ups. Big thing on your push-up, make sure you get all the way down, chin or chest to the floor. Right, so we're going to get started. Ready, set, and go. As you do these, right, you may do it a couple different ways, right? You're going to cut in some video of other ways to do push-ups. The big goal as you do your push-ups, just make sure you get that full range of motion. So if you do maybe 5 to 10 of them with your legs straight, and then the rest of your legs bent, that's fine. The important thing is get that full range of motion and make sure you feel like it's a little bit of a challenge, but definitely something you can handle, right? And good, we're all done with push-ups. Ready to go for the next thing. We're going to be doing some knees with our back leg. Let me show you 1 or 2. It's just like a front kick, only I don't extend. I come up with my knee, and I come back. Come up with my knee, and come back. All right, so it doesn't matter which leg you do. Make sure you're using your back leg though. Ready, set, and go. 30 seconds. It's helpful in martial arts to breathe out as you strike out. Helps you to generate more power. Also helps you to be more relaxed. Right? And because you're more relaxed, you're less likely to hurt yourself. Right? You get more repetitions in, so you're burning more calories, getting stronger. Really very valuable. So good. All right. Switch your legs. We're doing the exact same thing. We're kneeing with our back leg. Ready, set, and go. All right, now for some of these, I'm actually going to turn a little bit so you can see. All right, I'm not looking to be super aggressive. And because this is kind of warm up, I want to make sure that I have my base foot flat on the floor. I want to be stable, right? Especially if you're on a surface that you don't have 100% sure footing on, right? You don't want to go too high. You don't want to lean back. You don't want to challenge yourself. It's a warm-up. Good. All right, and that's 30 seconds of those knees. All right, so we're all done with warm-ups. Let's get into the main part of the class where we work on curriculum. I want to spend a few minutes today going over escape number 2. Now, for some people, practicing escape number 2 is a little bit tricky because they just don't understand the attack. So we're going to use one of these bags just to kind of demonstrate, help you understand. So if you imagine this bag is you, right? Shorter than me in all likelihood, right? Easy for me to assault. What a bear hug is, basically I come up behind you and I grab you like this. Right? Maybe I can pick you up, I can swing you around, I can throw you on the floor, whatever it is. Okay, so a bear hug is an attack like that, where they grab you from behind, over your arms, trapping you, so it's kind of easy for them to pick you up and throw you around. Now, you probably don't have one of those, so we're going to be using a chair for most of what we're doing today. And what we're going to actually do is have the back of the chair close to our back, right? So the back is the tall part, and it'll be right behind me, okay? And this will let you practice doing the technique and have this as a kind of point of reference. Just to give you a sense of what this looks like from behind, the back of the chair is pretty close to me. So if you need a second to get your chair, go ahead and pause the video. But for now, we're going to keep moving along. What we want to start off with is the chair right behind us. Now, if I take my elbow and I go backwards, I miss the chair, right? Because my elbow is next to me and the chair is behind me. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to kind of brace ourselves, right? We're going to bend our knees, we're going to lean forward, and then we're going to scoot to the side so our elbow can touch the chair, okay? Now, don't hit it hard, just do it gently, right? So first thing, sit down, right? A little bit. You can see from the side, I just bend my knees a little bit. It makes it harder for someone to pick me up, right? I'm going to move a little bit to the side so I can tap my elbow on the chair, right? So brace, slide, elbow, right? And when I move my feet and my body to the side, I don't even have to move my feet, right? So just watch my feet this time. I bend, my feet didn't move. I scoot a little bit to the side, my feet didn't move. I elbow, okay? If you are too far away from the chair to touch it with your elbow, that's no good, okay? If you're hitting the chair really hard, it's no good. Some people may find the chairs the wrong height. That might just mean use a different chair, right? So let's do it 2 more times. Bend down, scoot to the side, tap with your elbow. 1 more time, bend down, scoot to the side, tap with your elbow. Okay, that ain't enough, okay? From here, when we bend down and we scoot to the side, we hit him with an elbow. We're trying to hit him in the stomach because the person who's grabbing us, we're probably going to hit him in the stomach. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to take that hand and we're going to hammer fist to the privates. Right? So it's going to be bend, scoot, elbow, hammer fist. And you'll notice it's with the same arm. Okay? For you, it's going to be your right arm. Right? So from here, bend down, scoot, elbow with your right. You should feel like you can touch the chair. Hammer fist. Maybe you touch the chair gently there too. Then take that same hand, punch forward. Now you're not hitting anything, right? And I'll explain why in a minute, right? So get yourself set up, bend, scoot, elbow, hammer, and punch all with the same arm, right? Do 1 more time and I'll explain the punch right after that. So bend, scoot, elbow, lightly touch, hammer, lightly touch, punch, you're not touching anything. Now, let's explain the punch. What I'm trying to do with the punch is I'm trying to, if you imagine he's grabbing onto my arm, right? I can elbow, right? Even if this arm is trapped, I can elbow and I can hammer fist. But when I punch, what I'm doing is I'm lifting their grab. I'm trying to make them lift off so I can get out, okay? Really tricky to demonstrate that in video and be socially distanced because we're really close together in a bear hug, right? But you get the idea of this punch forward is not hitting anybody. It's not punching your sister. Don't hit the TV. You're just trying to punch forward because the idea is you're lifting the arm up so then you can duck out underneath of it. And then you're ready to defend yourself some more. We can talk about that part in a moment. But for now, let's just do duck, scoot, elbow, hammer, punch. We're doing kind of fast. Ready? Duck, scoot, elbow, hammer, punch. Again, duck, scoot, elbow, hammer, punch. Right? I'm going to show it to you from the side. Ready? Duck, scoot, elbow, make contact, hammer, make contact, punch. You're not hitting anything. Okay. That to me is a pretty easy part of the technique. This next part, not so easy. Okay? This is the hardest part of the technique. But if you can get it, well, you're in good shape. Just watch for a minute. So if I do this, I scoot and boom, 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 and I come forward. What I need to do now is I need to back up. So I'm going to duck, move backwards, and then I end up facing towards the chair. If you end up facing away from the chair, you did it wrong. Okay? Because if you imagine the chair is the bully, I want to be facing the bully so I can kick the bully or tickle the bully. I don't know that you would tickle a bully, but you get the idea, okay? So if you end up and you're facing the chair, that's pretty good. Another part of this, and watch carefully on this, you can see right now I'm kind of in front of the chair, right? As I do the technique and I punch out, I end up next to the chair, okay? I don't want to be over here. I want to be over here. That's very important as you do this because If I'm over here, they're still kind of facing me. If I'm over here, I end up behind them, and I have a much better chance to defend myself if I'm behind them instead of in front of them. All right, so we're gonna walk through this now. I'm gonna do it kind of slow. I'm gonna put the chair behind me again, right? Get yourself set up. First, bend, scoot, elbow, hammer, punch, freeze. Now, the leg that's far away from this hand. So you're using your right hand, it's your left leg. This leg does most of the stepping. When you step, it's got to go between your other foot and the chair. And then you slide the other foot and you're facing towards the chair, just like that. Okay, so let's try that again. Which hand is going to do all the work? This one. Which leg is going to do all the stepping? That one, the opposite, right? So bend down, scoot, elbow, hammer, punch. And from here, this leg steps between the chair. I'm facing the chair the whole time. And now I'm in my fighting stance and I could kick the chair, could punch the chair, whatever it is. All right? So hopefully you've got that. If you're good at it, feel free to go a little bit faster. If you're struggling with it, try and go at the same speed as me. But whether you're struggling with it or you feel like you're really good at it, I want you to make sure that you're doing those light taps that touch the chair. If you are not getting close enough to the chair, as you start, you're like, I'm pretty far away now. And I'm like, oh, I didn't touch it. Back up and restart. That's okay, right? If you're too far away, you're not able to develop the control, which is something that's really important that we need to have as we practice doing this with a partner, right? If I don't have good control and I start elbowing my partner in the stomach, hammer fisting them in the privates, I will not have very good friends. They're not going to like me very much, right? So you want to practice that control. Tap the chair, tap the chair. If the chair moves or if it hurts your hand, that's not good control. Okay, so let's do it. Set yourself up pretty close to the chair. Bend down, scoot, tap the chair, punch out, take the other leg, step back, facing towards the chair. I'm kind of in a fighting stance, just like that. All right, so we're going to do that one more time, nice and slow, and then we're going to just do a little fun at it. Right, so from here, make sure you're close enough. I'm too far away. Oh, there, I can feel the chair now. Right? Bend down, scoot, tap, and like I said, go faster than me if you want to. Punch, and now step, look at the chair, look at the chair, look at the chair, look at the chair. Looking at the bully, ready to defend myself. Okay, so now this time we're just going to add in one extra thing. When you get behind them, we can do kind of whatever we feel like we need to do. So for today, we're not going to hurt the chair. You can throw some strikes. Whatever strikes you want, have some fun with it. You can throw a couple of punches. You can throw some kicks. Don't kick the chair. Don't punch the chair. Punch near it. So if I do the technique and I'm ending up over here, I can punch over it. That's fine. I can kick over it. That's fine. But don't kick it. You're going to hurt yourself. And you're going to, ow, it's a chair. I kicked the chair. Don't kick the chair. Remember we talked about control? If you kick the chair, the only person you hurt is you. I mean, you can break the chair. But if you don't have good control when you practice in person, you hurt somebody else. We don't want that. Right? So just add in a couple strikes. Set yourself up. Scoot. Elbow. Hammer. Punch. Face that chair. Get behind it. And then do some things. 1, 2, 3. Whatever you want to do. Have some fun with it. I did a bunch of punches that time. Let's do it again. And like I said, if you want to go faster than me, go faster than me. But don't lose control. All right, so here we go. Ready, set, do it. Scoot, elbow, punch, get out. And you see I didn't hit the chair. If you want to practice tapping the chair, I guess you can do that. But again, if the chair moves, you probably hit it too hard. And if you hurt yourself, you definitely hit it too hard. Let's do it again. Ready, set, go. Bend, scoot, elbow, hammer, punch, get out underneath, do your thing. Okay. Now, I want you to do it one time without me, right? It shouldn't take you much more than 5 seconds to do it. If it takes you more than 5 seconds, you might want to pause the video and practice it a couple more times to get more comfortable with it. So I'll say go. You have to maintain control. You have to do it correctly. And you want to finish in 5 seconds. If you have to pick between, am I going too slow? Maybe I should go faster and hurt myself. No. If you need to go slow, go slow. Got to have control. That's more important, but you want to have speed, right? Control is a must. You want speed. All right. On your mark. Get yourself set up. Go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time. All right, I hope you made it. If you did, fantastic. If not, you can always practice this some more. Get your own stopwatch. Have your brother, your sister, your mom, your dad time for you. All right, whoever it is. All right, everybody, great job. Let's keep moving on to the next part of class. All right, as we wrap up our discussion on sportsmanship this month, I want to talk a little bit about that moment at the end of the game, right? And we've probably all had this happen where you're at the end of the game and somebody who's won they're celebrating a little bit too much, right? And they're celebrating the wrong way. They're saying mean things to the other team. They're like, we beat you guys, stink, or whatever other words they use that are not particularly nice. Or the other option, someone who's lost, is saying some of the same things maybe to their own teammates, like, I can't believe we lost because of you, right? Or they're saying mean things to the other team. And one of the things that happens there is, in addition to showing a lack of respect, you also don't get the chance to grow and improve that you want. When you've won a game or you've lost a game, a great thing to do at the end is obviously you should celebrate a little bit, right? Maybe you could be a little bit sad, but you should start spending some of your time and energy on figuring out how you can win next time. Right? Like, oh man, why did we lose last time? Oh, we have to practice this, right? Maybe we had a contest in class and you lost the kicking contest, right? It was a race, do 10 of each kick on each leg. And like, oh man, I think I was a little bit slow on my spinning hook kick, so I should practice that, right? And you start thinking about what you can do to be better instead of telling the other team why they cheated or telling your team why they lost or whatever it was. Instead, think about what you can do to be better. And that's a great energy to have. And it requires some sportsmanship to do that because it's showing control over your emotions, right? So what I want you to do is, you're going to lose something at one point soon, right? I don't know what it is. It's a video game. It's a board game against your brother, your sister, your mom, your dad. I don't know, whatever it is. I want you to take that moment to show some sportsmanship. At the end of the game, say, hey, good game, right? But even worse, even better, take a few minutes to think about, what can I do to win next time? What can I learn from that? And if you are trying to learn from your victories and your defeats, man, you're going to do a fantastic job of being a champion in pretty much anything you do. All right, so keep that in mind. Let's keep moving on to the next part of class. It's time to do some spinning back side kicks. Now, spinning back side kick, not the easiest kick that you'll do in martial arts, not the hardest either. If you take your time to slow it down, you can definitely get it right. We're going to be focusing on one of two different components of the technique today. Either one, slowing down so you get it right, or two, slowing down so you get strong. What do I mean by that? We're going to be doing kind of a slow motion demonstration of this, right, where we're going to step, we're going to use this chair, we're going to do our kick, and we're going to break it down. If you are having a hard time with the basic pattern of this, take your time and do it slowly. If you feel like, I know the pattern, this is easy, your challenge is to finish fast and then wait with your foot up in the air as high as you can for a few seconds. And you'll find that that will really help you get stronger, improve your balance, and improve the power of your kicks, right? So either you're working on the basic pattern or you're going to go slow, hold it for a long time, get really strong. So with that being said, let's explain the drill. You're going to need a chair. You could use something other than the chair. You could use a table. You could use a bed, anything that's pretty stable. And you're going to have that kind of behind you. So if you have your right leg in back, you probably have the chair on this side of you. I'll switch the chair's position in a little bit. And I'm going to start off in a fighting stance. Okay? Now, if you look, you can kind of see through my legs, you can see there's that gap, right? You can see like, oh yeah, I can see the white wall behind you a little bit and the blue floor, yeah. I don't want my feet like this, where it's like I'm on a tightrope. You can't see a gap there anymore. And if it's too wide, like a horse stance, that ain't good either, right? In the fighting stance, I have a little bit of distance this way, side to side. I want to be pretty close to this chair, right? So my front foot is almost touching it. If I'm too far away, this is not going to work, right? And this is going to be true on both sides. So set yourself up like this. The first step in a spinning back side kick is just closing your stance up. You're going to go like this, boom, just like that. Now, there's some variations on doing a spinning back side kick where you even do it a different way, but this is the way we recommend for most people as they're learning. So if you know the more advanced way, go for it. If you don't, do it this way, right? So from here, I step a little bit away from the chair, and I kind of point my behind right at you, and you should point your behind right at the screen. Ready? So just step and reset. We're only going to do 2 more of these. Step, reset, and step, reset. Okay, so that's pretty easy. If you're having a hard time with that, pause and go review it a million times, but should be pretty easy. From here, I'm going to step. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to twist my body, put both hands on the chair. If you don't have both hands in the chair, that's no good. And then from here, you're going to kick, and you're going to put your foot out, kicking right towards me, or I'm kicking right at you. Now that's going to be the position that you'll hold for a little while if you want to go fast. If you want to go kind of slow, you won't have as much time there. All right, so we're going to be in our fighting stance. We're pretty close to the chair. Right? If you want to go fast and get to that position when I say go. If you need to go slow, take your time. Ready, set, go. I step across, I turn, both hands stay on the chair, do not let go, and then I kick with the leg that's farther away. I do my side kick, and then I'm going to reset. Right? And again, if you're going fast, go ahead. You should be done in like a split second, then you're holding it up there for, I don't know, 5 seconds or so. Right? Set yourself up. Step closed, turn and look, grab on to the chair, and then kick out. And again, if you're not using a chair, maybe you're using something on the chair, grab the bed, grab the, I don't know, the sofa. Whatever it is, it should be pretty stable that you can lean on it. And it shouldn't be your brother or your cat. Definitely not a cat, they're unreliable. Right, so from here, step across, turn and look, pick up a kick, and you can hold it for a second or 2, and come back. All right, we're going to do that one more time on this side, just slowing down, working on that spinning back side kick. Ready, step across, turn and look, both hands on, kick, bang, hold it for a couple more seconds. Good. Okay, so now all we need to do is switch our legs. There's a couple different ways you can do this. You can move the chair to the other side of you. If you're using a chair, that's fantastic. The other way you can do it is you could just start kicking the other direction. Don't kick at the screen if you're holding on to a wall or a table or something like that. Right? But whatever it is, set yourself up so your back is towards the chair or the table or the whatever. Right? Let's kind of go slow. Not as slow as we went the first time, but a little bit slow. Front foot steps away from the chair. Turn, grab onto it. Foot that's farther back, kicks out just like that. There's our spinning back side kick. Okay. Feel free to go fast. Feel free to go slow. Right? Remember, slow, take your time in learning the pattern. Fast, you're holding it out there. Leave it up there for a couple seconds to build up your strength. Ready? Step away from the chair. Turn and grab the chair. Kick towards whatever you're kicking at, whether it's kicking at the screen or kicking away from the screen, whichever it is for you. Right? I'm going to give you a couple different points of view on this, but we're going to keep doing the same thing, right? So set yourself up, my back is towards the chair. I step away from the chair. I turn and grab the chair, and then I kick. Boom. Just like that. And we're going to go again. I'm going to set up a different way. Right? My back's to the chair. I'm not looking at you guys anymore. Right? I step away from the chair. I turn to look and I grab the chair. And then I kick. Boom. Just like that. Okay. I'm going to come back to forward again. Last time. Take your time. Or go fast. Whichever's right. Ready. Step away from the chair. turn and look, and then kick, boom, just like that. Okay, so now we're gonna take the chair away. And all we're gonna do is we're gonna do some spinning back side kicks without that extra help, right? That extra help was good for people who are learning or for people who are trying to build up their strength. But now we're just gonna go through the kicks a few times. So I want you to set yourself up with your right leg in front, right? We're gonna be doing kind of medium speed. If you wanna do a hold at the end, you can, but you don't have to, right? Because we're not gonna have those points of reference. We're just gonna try and do the kick as best we can. I'll be going a little bit on the slow side. If you wanna go faster than me, go faster than me. Ready? And 1. Okay, let's go back. Set yourself up again. Remember, 1 foot steps, other foot kicks. Each leg's got a job. 2. Take your time doing it, or don't take your time doing it, whichever's appropriate for you. You gotta be your own judge. If you're not sure which one, ask sensei in your private lesson. And be like, hey, I came to class, can you tell me, should I be practicing fast or slow? They'll tell you. Ready? 3. All right, 2 more on this side. All right, I'm gonna do 1 more with you, and then you gotta do 1 without any help at all. Ready, go. Okay, last one, no support from me, you're on your own. Ready, set, go. All right, we gotta switch legs because we got 2 of them. We're doing the exact same thing the other side. Set yourself up, the other leg is in front. Remember, 1 leg steps, other leg kicks. If you kick with the same leg you stepped with, you done goofed. Ready, step across, kick, boom, and then come back. All right, same thing. Ready, fighting stance, step across, twist and kick, and then come on back. Okay, 2 down, 3 to go. Ready, step across, turn, kick, boom, come back. 2 more, but I'm not gonna do the next 2. You're on your own for the last 2. Set yourself up in a fighting stance. Ready, set, go. Should be done by now. Hopefully you didn't fall on your head. If you did fall on your head, take a moment, pause the video. Ready, 1 more time. Ready, set, and number 5. All right, so that should be enough time for practicing your spin back side kicks for now. If you want to do some more reps, go ahead. You can do either version. You can do the holding on to something version, right? You do the holding on to version with doing it fast, right? Holding for a little while, or you can do it to the air. Either way, it will help you get better and better at your spinning back side kick. For now, let's get moving on to the next part of class. All right, folks, so we're going to be doing a little end with balance challenge. Now, there's actually going to be 4 different ways you can try and do this. You get to pick whichever level you want, and you get 3 tries to try and beat it. Once you beat 1 of the levels, you're good. You can end the video and move on, right? So here are the 4 different options. I want you to try each and every one of these. Right, first one is you just stand on 1 foot with your foot up in the air, right? It can be anywhere you want, okay? It can move around, it doesn't matter, okay? That was easy, I hope. If it wasn't easy, well, that's probably the one for you to do. Second one, a little bit harder. We're gonna do the same thing, except we're going to just keep our foot stuck to our knee like this, okay? Again, a little bit harder than the last one, but not by much. If it's a challenge for you, that's probably the right one for you to be trying, at least for your first couple times in this game. Next one, we're gonna be doing it where we bring our knee up to our chest, we give it a hug, right? Now you can see this is a little bit harder even for me, right? Just hold it for 30 seconds, definitely a little bit more challenging. One of the keys here is 2 hands on your knee. You can't let go with 1 hand, makes it a little bit easier to balance, but it's cheating, okay? So don't cheat. Last one, right? 4th one, definitely the hardest one, is when you get into like a Superman stance. For those of you who don't know how a Superman stance works, you stand on 1 leg, you get your chest nice and low as your hips, and you keep your foot up nice and high, and you hold it. You can put your hands wherever you want, because Superman flies in all sorts of different shapes, sizes, right? Because he's Superman, he can do whatever he wants. He's Superman, okay. So you're gonna pick whichever one of those you wanna do. You get 3 tries. If you put your foot down and you fall down, you lose on that try, come back again. We're gonna give you 3 chances at 30 seconds. If you wanna try it some more afterwards, you can always rewind or set your own timer. Right, so ready? I'll show you the first one. I'll show you the easiest one first in case you wanna do that one. Ready, set, go. And you just gotta stand on one foot for 30 seconds. Now normally I might say to you like, hey, in class, if you put your foot down, do you give up or do you get up? Right? We would say, hey, we get up. But for today, since it's a challenge, if you put your foot down, just stop and rest. Right? Much easier if you show focus as you do this. So look at one thing so you don't move around too much. Right? Try and look at something that doesn't move. Right? Like furniture. All right, that's 30 seconds. If you made it, great. If you didn't make it, less great. That's okay. Right? Because we got 2 more tries. Right? Shake at your leg if you need to. If you want to do this a second time, you can, right? But you don't have to. Next one, I'm gonna show foot on knee, and we're gonna go for 30 seconds. Right? Hold it. Again, much easier if you look at one thing that doesn't move. I wouldn't even look at the TV screen or the iPad, whatever you're watching on. I would look at something like a doorknob, right? Hopefully no one comes in your room. Right? Just stare at that one thing, don't move. Try and make it for 30 seconds. You can put your hands out for balance if you need to. If you can keep them in, that's even better. We just gotta make it for 30 seconds. Show your good focus. All right, that's 30 seconds, that one. Okay, second chance. If you made it and you wanna leave, you're good, you can go. If you wanna try a harder version, you can absolutely do that. It's extra credit, not required. Okay, all right, going to the third turn. Right, I'm gonna be grabbing my leg with 2 hands. Right, I'm gonna make sure my timer actually starts this time. Ready, set, and go. Grab, hold on with 2, try and balance. Now this is our last chance, so if you don't make it on this one, that's okay, right? You can either say, I'll get it next time, right? Or you can practice by yourself, right? Until you get it. Just set a timer for 30 seconds. A good way to use that timer, just watch a commercial. You can see sideways, my knee is up high, fighting for balance. A few more seconds. And time. All right, so if you made it, fantastic. If not, like I said, feel free to practice or just come back next time that we're in class. Hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.